our 1999 Fleetwood Bounder RV. Stacy and I bought this September 1st, and we moved into it September 1st out of a small apartment. So we thought it'd be cool just to show everybody just some features about the RV itself. So we're going to start on the outside. In the first compartment, we've got a 25-gallon propane tank, and we've got a few other things in here: a grill, a table. This is the ladder extension for the back ladder, and some other random stuff. And something we've noticed about these doors on the older RVs is that you can kind of see they get misaligned. I think over time, you know, just from all the flexing of the body of the RV, I've adjusted them multiple times. They kind of hold for a while, but they kind of go back to being misaligned, but it's not really that big of a deal. So in here, we've got another storage compartment. This one actually goes back up under the RV, like to the center of it. And there's also we have a power inverter right there, and then just some more random things that we're storing for now. And then we've got some, I believe this is the low point drains for the water system. Winter's coming up, so we'll probably have to do something with these when the weather gets really cold. But for now, they're just like that. And let's see, we've got that up there is the vent for the stove range, the fan on the stove. This is the back of the refrigerator. This is the furnace, and this is the hot water heater. And this is the vent for the washer-dryer combo unit. And of course, we've got the big awning that goes all the way down the side. And then these back storage compartments are where we've got a freshwater tank there, and then I believe that's the gray water tank. And we've got a water pump kind of set back up in there. And then we've got some chairs and some other random things we're storing for now. And on our water tank, you can see the level sensors are right here. And we've got a big drain and a small water drain if you need to drain it for whatever reason. There's not too much on the back, just a ladder, and this is where you fill the freshwater tank. We've just been stuffing a water hose in there and letting it fill up until it comes out. Or you can open the side compartment and watch it, and when it's full, above the last sensor, you know you're full. It does have a backup camera. We were both kind of surprised for an older model. It has a backup camera, and you can see more of that once we get inside. And around this side, we've got the generator. It's Onan, which I think is pretty standard for most RVs. This is a 5,500 watt generator. It does work. We had a little issues with the spark plugs, so I took them out and cleaned them. We still need to get new ones just to have on hand, but it hasn't been running really well when we do use it. We'll just start it up and run it to keep everything operational. And then over here, this is the poo compartment. You've got our gray water, black water, and then the drainage, electrical hookup, which is 30 amp on this specific RV. Our water hose. We don't have the water turned on because we're using up what we have in the freshwater tank before the weather gets cold. And then we'll be turning the water on shortly. And then we also have an outdoor shower, which I think we've only used maybe once or twice just to do some dishes outside. Those are those compartments. And then underneath the slide out, we've got 3 more compartments. And this is basically the garage. Basically, we keep a bunch of tools in here. We've got a bucket of lubricants like oil and stuff for the leveling jacks, WD-40, just kind of a random assortment of stuff just to have on hand. I do have some free weights in there that I haven't taken out yet. An extra water hose, an extra sewage hose, and then if you notice on the back we didn't have the toe guards, and the reason is because when we got the RV, the bolts that hold the toe guards were loose, so I went to tighten them one day and all the bolts broke because they were very old and rusty, so I just ended up taking them off for now. But I do have new bolts for that, and we get time to put those on. And then the last compartment, that's where the house batteries are. We have 2 batteries. They're wired up for 6-volt, and then way in the back is the hydraulics for the leveling jacks. I recently put some oil in that because we kept getting the low warning light was coming on, or the jacks down light was coming on when the jacks were up. So a quick look through the operation manual for the jacks, it gave a list of troubleshooting things, and low oil level was one of the things to check, so we just put some more oil in that, and that solved that problem. But you can see we do have the jacks down right now. The white stuff that you see on there is some lubricant that I sprayed on all the springs, and then I recently lubed up. The manual recommended to lube the exposed shaft of the jacks once a week, so those are lubricated, and then I just went ahead and sprayed some stuff on the springs just to keep them from going bad. And of course we got the Taco Bell dog. He's probably 20-some years old at this point. I've had him forever, so this is where he rides. We need to get a command strip because going down the road he'll move around. So, but that's the outside of the RV, and we'll go ahead and go inside. All right, so this is the inside of the RV. We have made a couple changes so far. Like I said, we've owned the RV for almost a month and a half. So the first thing we did, we'll just start at the front. There used to be a captain's chair right here, and we took that out because we knew we were never going to use it. So we removed that, and Stacy got some shelving for us, and we've got some baskets, and we just keep our shoes, our bike helmets. We did pick up this entertainment system for $30 at a garage sale, and it's all command stripped down, and then we hung our 43-inch TV up on these cabinets. It does render the tablets pretty much useless, but we weren't too worried about it because we don't really keep anything of importance up there. So yeah, this is our little entertainment center. And then up front, we've got an original TV and VCR, which does work, and it comes with, there's a operational video for the RV. Shows you how to do, I think it's for the leveling jacks. More storage compartments up here. We just keep paperwork in these, like license and registration stuff. This is the backup camera. It's very old school, but it's also really nice. Something that I like about it is you can adjust the contrast and brightness of the TV anytime you want. So even at nighttime, you can see when you're backing up. So it's pretty nice, even though it's not the newest thing. It works great. And then you probably noticed this. We've actually put some RGB LEDs up around the front here, and that the cord wasn't long enough to go anywhere else except for this power outlet. So when we have those on, we plug that in. We'll plug both sides in and we'll get a nice ambient light going on. Up here is just the driver's area. It's basically like an old Ford if you've ever driven one of those. We've got a cassette player, radio button for park when you're parked or traveling, you switch it back and forth. And here on these controls, we can check the holding tanks. So number 1 would be our gray water. Number 2 is our black water. It says it's full, but I'm pretty certain there's just some debris on the sensors. This is our fresh water, LP gas, and then our house battery. And then the leveling system controls are over here. As far as the leveling jacks go, it's pretty basic. You can control the front two. The front 2 jacks are controlled at the same time, so you cannot control those independently. The rear jacks you can control together, and then you can also control them independently to level the RV out. And then over on this side, you've got the level, so you can watch as you're putting the jacks down, how level the RV itself is. Then we got a little storage compartment here. It's got a nice rubber mat on there that keeps drinks from actually tipping over. At least we haven't had them tip over yet, so it's pretty nice. And then we've got a couch which folds down into a bed. And this has become our usual sleeping area, and you'll see why shortly. This window, actually I believe this window and these 2 small windows are missing blinds. So the previous owner just put up some blue curtains, and then this window was missing curtains. So we just threw a towel up real quick, and for now it's fine. This is the dining area. This table actually folds up and comes down, and you can take these mattresses off and put them on top, and it makes a very nice bed actually. It's pretty comfy. More storage up here, more food storage, and then we've got a little whiteboard here that we put notes on. It's a little out of date. So, you know, there's some things like something needs fixed or something needs cleaned or we need to do something. We'll just put it on that board so we don't forget, because we're both pretty forgetful when it comes to things. And then over here, we've got the kitchen sink. This actually came off of a shelf that was next to the captain's chair that we removed. We removed the chair and then the shelving, and we repurposed this shelf to gain a little bit more counter space. And it's a little small, but it actually works pretty well because you can sit food up here and it's not going to go anywhere. Microwave. This is a little spice rack. Then we've got light control for the stove, our water heater, the fan for the range, and then our little oven. Pretty basic. I think this is pretty standard refrigerator you find in most RVs. So far we've kept it in auto mode, so if it detects your generator is on or you're plugged into electricity, it'll default to using electricity. When you disconnect from electricity or you do not have the generator running, it'll automatically switch over and use your propane to keep cool. So that's a nice feature. It does take a while to get cold, so that's something we learned the first day or two, because we were wondering why the refrigerator went hot, and so yeah, we learned about that. We also have a vent here for you know, if you're cooking and this fan isn't enough, or if it's just really hot in here, you can crank open this vent, turn the fan on. And back here, this is actually a little pocket door you can use for some privacy while you're showering. You just can unhook it from here, and then it just slides shut. And back in the bathroom, we've got a little combo unit here for the washer and dryer. It's nice to have this. It does use a lot of water that we found, and it does take a little while to do a lot of clothes. So as long as you keep up with your clothes and stuff, or you know, don't wear a lot of clothes, it's very convenient to have this. You don't have to go to a laundromat or anything like that. And this is a switch. Because this is a 30 amp RV, I believe this switch is here because you can't run like the microwave and the dryer and the refrigerator all at once, or if you got your AC units going. So you can either flip it to washer dryer if you need to do some clothes, or if you need to use a microwave, you can flip it down to that. This is the bathroom, or where the toilet's at. It's very basic. There's really not much in there to show. Typical toilet. And then over here we've got a sink with a medicine cabinet. And then you may have noticed by the kitchen sink there's a switch with a light on. That's for our water pump. There's actually one back here too. So if you're in the bathroom or in your kitchen and you need to turn the water pump on, that pulls water out of the fresh water tank. And like I said, we're using it right now just to empty out the fresh water before winter time. And we've got a shower here. It's not bad. You know, it's a little, I mean, really, I can't complain about the size, even though it might seem a little small compared to, you know, a bathroom in a house or whatever, or a shower in an actual home. But Stacy's got us a nice little shelf up there that suctions to the sides. We've got a nice little skylight and just a little RV shop. Okay, so this is the final room, and this was the bedroom. There was a giant queen-size bed here, but we decided to take this out and use it as, like, I don't know, a little workout room, just to store things. It's really nice because we can keep our electric bikes in here. And we've got some totes right now we're just using for clothes. This mattress was one of the mattresses on the bed. We're currently getting rid of it, so once that's gone, we'll have a little bit of extra free space. And then over here at the end, we've got actually a really nice closet with lots of drawers and stuff. So we just hang our clothes up in there, and yeah, it's a nice little room. So that concludes the tour of our 1999 Fleetwood Bounder. If you're new to RVing like we are, and you want to see something more in-depth, like, I don't know, how to hook something up, the sewage, the electrical, water, if you want to see more in detail about the RV itself, like how we store things, just let us know in the comments, and please like and subscribe.